The Broncos made a pretty important signing in the offseason of Evan Engram. And he was featured in an article from Bill Barnwell yesterday, where the headline is Offseason Signings and Trades, Who Could Break Out and Who Could Flop?
I read this article as well. I found it interesting.
Vic, what side of the ledger do you think Barnwell is falling on with Engram? Is it breakout or flop?
Oh, let me see. He had his breakout seasons, 2 years ago before he got hurt?
2 years ago, he had 114 catch season, yeah.
I'll say Barnwell says he flops.
That is correct.
So here's what he said, and some reasoning behind it. He said his 1.7 yards per route run ranked 11th among tight ends who ran at least 200 routes in 2023. Last year in 9 games, that figure fell to 17th in the league. And given that Engram doesn't offer much as a blocker, the vast majority of his value comes from his receiving work. And he does say this. He puts a caveat to it. It would be a surprise if the volume was there for Engram to reach 140-plus targets again, which is what he got in 2023. If you believe Engram will have a career year, you need to believe that Sean Payton can coax an entirely different player out of Engram than what he's shown since being drafted in 2017. I'm inherently skeptical of those sorts of bets, but Payton is the only one who can convince me otherwise. So here's the thing. Just my perspective on Evan Engram. First and foremost, he's better than any tight end you've had here in a long time. No matter what you think the kind of season he's going to have, just as a player, he is, the best one since who?
That's a great question.
Julius Thomas?
Production-wise,
10 years?
because there's different tight ends used for different purposes.
This guy is not. He's not a blocker at all. He won't block.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there's different types of tight ends. You could throw some out there. I mean, like a Joel Dreesen type that does a little bit of both, or
the year they won a Super Bowl, they had multi-purpose tight ends. That fit the bill perfectly.
I mean, Fant from a talent perspective was maybe up there, but here's my thought with Engram. I don't need Engram catching 114 balls. I don't think that's what his role even should be within this offense. I mean, it'd be great if it was, but
Can he block?
What's that?
Can he block?
Not really.
Okay, let me ask you this. You put a tight end on the field that can't block, don't you pretty much give the play away? Where he lines up, how he lines up?
I mean, he's just not a blocker. He's going to block.
He's
just not great at it.
But can he at least block a run play that's going in his direction? We'll find out.
He's not an incredibly physical tight end. That's what he's
Vic,
not.
Travis Kelce doesn't block at all, and he
Good
plays
point.
every snap.
Oh, he blocks a little bit.
He doesn't. He's awful, dude.
Yeah, but he tries.
There's plenty of tight ends that are like that. As long as you're a threat in the receiving game, that's all that really matters. And then you can just kind of get away with the other stuff. And for me, Ingram's role isn't to be, at least in my mind now, a focal point within the offense. He's there to be a threat. And I don't need 114 catches. Like Nelly tried to pin me down on a number earlier, and I go, if he's fully healthy this year, let's say he plays 17 games, I need at least 60. And I think if you got around the 80 mark, that'd be great.
Okay, but what he does need, if he's on the field and you want to get your money's worth, you want to get the bang for your buck.
For your clam.
For your clam. You get the bang for your clam.
Phrasing?
Then what you do is you get the ball in his hands because that's where he's effective. You get the ball in his hands.
Yeah. I compared him to this, and maybe this is too short of expectations, but I said, could he be like Korver? You guys remember Kyle Korver in the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
Where he'd have a couple of games?
I think he still has a job, doesn't he?
No, Korver's
Are you
tired.
sure?
I think he's out of the league.
Yeah.
Is he?
He's like 40, man.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. But his role was occasionally he'd have like a 20-some point night because he was knocking down threes. But here's the thing, Vic,
he's way old, yeah.
Whether he was knocking down threes or not, you were always aware of Korver on the floor. You had to be sticky with him, which opened things up for other guys. And that's what I think his role could be. Like, can you open that up more so Sutton's not double-teamed? Can you get him one-on-ones because people have to be aware of where you're at on the field? I think that's the kind of stuff that matters with him. Now, he's got to produce. He's got to get catches. He's got to do all that stuff. But, again, he's not a great blocker, so.
Dude, as I'm watching one day of OTAs and them throwing the ball around. You know the tight end that really stuck out to me? The one that was like, whoa. That big old boy who played last year. What's that guy's name? The big old boy, number 85.
Oh, Kroll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy moly, he's a big old boy.
Well, they're all that last pick that they had. Is it Loner? Is that
I
the
know,
guy's name?
But Kroll's arms, he's just
Yeah.
bigger. He's a big old boy.
All I'm saying, they're all huge, though. All of their tight ends are like massive, massive human beings. But yeah, I don't know what you would consider like what was it, boom or bust? What do you say? Breakout or flop? I don't think he's going to be really either of those. I think he's just got to be a productive piece of the offense. What was the final numbers, by the way? If you guys had to guess, the final stats from tight ends on this team last year,
Wow.
how many catches did they have last season?
That is going to be a number that's going to be low.
It's a great.
And then when you tell me again, I'm going to be shocked that it's that low.
Their best game as a group came on that National Tight Ends Day. Do you remember that day?
Yep.
It was National Tight Ends Day, and I think all of them had a catch,
Yeah.
a couple touchdown grabs.
Yeah, everybody got a piece that day.
They made shirts. Other than that, wasn't very fruitful.
Your leader as a tight end in catches last season
was
was
it Troutman?
Atkins?
Who was it? Troutman or Atkins?
It was Kroll.
Lucas Kroll?
Wow.
How many catches did he have?
26.
30.
19.
Jesus,
Wow.
good Lord.
My God.
He had 19. Troutman
this
had
is where-
13. Atkins had 14. And Dulcich, if you remember, he did play for him, had 5.
That's crazy. You're leading.
This is
tight
where
end
Vic,
pass catcher
you knew
at
it was bad, but you
19?
forget that it's that bad. This is where when you see the numbers in front of you and you're told the numbers in your ear holes,
You know, I
you
want
go,
you to
that's
compare
just
this.
that's unacceptable is what
Compare
it
this
is.
to Julius Thomas, 2013.
Okay, hang on.
I just want to look at his numbers that year.
Julius Thomas in 2013 had 65 catches for 788
go
yards
14.
and 12 touchdowns.
Let's go 2000. What year was the most electrifying offensive year in NFL history? Was it that year?
I think that was 12, wasn't it?
Was it 12? He had one ridiculous pass
No,
catching.
maybe
year.
not. Well, yeah. Hold on. Hold, please. I mean, he had a lot of touchdowns. I don't know if it was all. Yeah. That was his best year was 2013. He had 65 catches for 788, but he had 12 touchdowns. And he had 12 touchdowns the following year, too. And then he went to Jacksonville.
He almost had as many touchdown catches as the leading tight end had catches for the Broncos.
Yeah, one of the things that I wanted to look up that I think could be funny. What about just in the postseason? Just in the postseason, how many did he have? Julius Thomas in 3 games in just the postseason of that year had 18 catches, which is one less than Lucas Kroll on the year.
It's insane. Just absolutely insane.
But this is why I'm saying, like, you don't need Evan Engram to be unbelievable because it's going to look unbelievable by comparison of what's been here, right? If he has a 60-catch season, you're going to be like, wow, haven't seen that in forever. But he's just got to be somebody who's a little safety valve for him. That's all.